Hey guys, I am Game Advisor, and welcome back to another First Look video. Today we're going to be playing Stranded: Alien Dawn, which essentially sees you playing a colony sim game where you'll drop into a planet and have to adapt to the alien environment. With that being said, let's not waste any more time and jump in straight to the tutorial and check out what the game has to offer. Okay. So if I can select it, I should see the things I can do on the right side, or I could... Okay, that was a meteor. Interesting. It wants me to mark a bush. So here's a bush over here. Let's go cut that. And right click this. Cut. Okay, so you can right click to pull up this small menu, and left click pulls up that. That's actually really nice quality of life. You go cut down a tree for me. Pause the game. Use the HUD button on the upper left or the space bar. Space bar pauses. I'm guessing 1, 2, 3. Yep, that all speeds it up. Collect scrap metal. Okay, let's just speed it up so they do their thing. Come on, get to work, boys. There we go. We got our stuff. Give me next part of the tutorial, please. Activate the resource bar. You've collected resources. Activate it. Okay, so you just turn it on and off so we can see all that up there. Building a basic camp, survivors and work relative profession. Elements is essential and okay, blah, blah, blah. They got to have professions. Or no, protection, not professions. I'm dumb. Use the already collected resources to construct shelter, some simple sleeping spots, and a campfire, which will provide light during the hours and heat to warm up the survivors if it gets cold. Take note that construction in the info panel on the left of the screen, it contains useful control hints. Take note on the construction info panel. Okay. Camp. We want to build a shelter. Okay, so it's just giving me little bits of information over there. Build a scrap. Oh, so there's different variants, so I could build this one, but since I don't have those resources, I can just make it out of scrap. There are useful control hints in the construction panel on the left of the screen. 2 places, left click, right click to cancel, rotate is R and T. Okay, so it just rotates it. Pretty simple. Or press the middle mouse button to place multiple constructions. Or hold shift. So I could just hold shift and it'll let me place another one. Okay, let's just speed up time so they build that. He's got to get rid of the rocks that were in the way. Simple enough. Got some resources over here with nowhere to put them, it looks like. So far this feels very RimWorld-y, just better graphics. Open the camp menu, select and place sleeping spots inside. Okay, so now we have to build these inside the shelter itself. These look like they're free to cast, so we're gonna rotate it. Feet can go towards the outside. Just hold shift so we can place 2. It's gonna build that. Place a campfire near the sleeping spots. Used for cooking and quick meals. Increase the temperature in a small area. That'll be useful early on. We'll build the scrap one. I'm not sure how close it can be. Probably not touching it. Doesn't really seem to give me like a clear-cut radius, but whatever. Just speed it up so they go grab the materials and craft it. Oh gosh, this walking speed is slow. That's going to be a issue going forward, I'm sure. Did we make it? What are we waiting on? We need more sticks. We need more sticks. Oh, he's getting the sticks. Okay, he had to go get the logs and turn them into sticks. Okay, simple enough. Keeping resources close to the camp to speed up construction. The simplest form of storage is a stockpile. Designated spot does not require any buildings or resources. Stockpiles are the only ones that can store large construction materials such as wood or stone, but for now you will use them for all your professions or positions. Big or all your possessions. Wow, I feel stupid. Big or small, to protect the resources from the environment and place the stockpile under a roof. In this case, a shelter. Okay, so it's going to want us to build another shelter. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to rotate it so it's right next to it. Go ahead and build that. Come on. Get to work. Walk faster. You guys are so slow. This is on max speed, by the way. So these guys are... They're a little slow. They certainly walk like a normal leisurely human walks. All right, storage, stockpile. Let me just read what this says. Provides storage space. All right, so let's go ahead and build these storage stockpiles. It says provides storage space for resources. Let's build one there and one there and a third one there. It says I only need 2, but we're going to build 3 because why not? probably doesn't really matter for this purpose. Okay, so now they should start taking stuff over there. But can you stack different... Okay, so you can stack different items. But what about if I put this here? Oh, it does obstruct access, so they have to have a path to it. That's good to know. 2 tiles opposite the first. Place a stockpile of 2 tiles opposite the first. Oh, so they wanted it like this. Right? I don't know. Either way, I get what they're saying now. Familiar looking, pretty much everything in this planet is new to your survivors. In order to use the local plant or to start some farming yourself, you will first have to observe them and find out exactly what they are. Okay, that's interesting. Another way of unlocking new things is through good old-fashioned research, carried out on a research desk. Start preparing for the unknown threats on this planet by gaining knowledge about them. Okay, select an orange mushroom over here. And we're going to click Observe. Somebody should head over to do that. We're also going to build a research desk. I don't think this needs shelter, but we got scrap, so we're going to use that. And let's go ahead and go Science Research Desk. Does it say any other information? No, just Research Desk. Place that, like, right here for now, I guess. I don't really have a particular spot. Open then manage the research menu and queue weaponsmithing. Okay, they're gonna build that, and then I'll queue up weaponsmithing. Manage. Oh, okay. Well, before I had the chance to do it. The survivors here are only human and get tired in the course of the day. Their default work hours end at 2100, which, for those of you who don't know, that is, I believe, 9 p.m. if I'm correct, so 3 hours to midnight. So they'll start looking for a meal, relaxation, and going to bed to spend for the night. The purpose of the tutorial is the survivors will regenerate their rest faster than usual, but in a normal condition, you can use the night's downtime to plan your next day and prepare for more activities, or, you know, you could pause the game. Whatever. But anyways, let's start weaponsmithing. This will unlock for me bows, crossbows, and spears. Pretty straightforward. This guy's over here staring really hard at these plants to learn what exactly they are and what they do. Are they poisonous? Are they useful? Or are they absolute dog water? Who knows? It does tell you the time up here. I just realized in the top left, so that's something we can keep an eye on. Time to go to sleepy sleep, I guess. Gotta get their rest in. It's bedtime. Looks like we've got 60 food right now, which are just some emergency rations we start with, and it tells you all these resources. It's actually pretty nice. So if, let's say I wanted to cut this tree, yeah, I just click on it. I don't know what observing a tree is gonna do. Okay, well maybe they have another use, like sap or something? I mean, this is at maximum speed. This man over here is just like walking around, chilling. Let's see, what can we get you to do? Why don't you go observe this tree, huh? That seems like something useful for you to do. Yes, yes. It's almost daytime, I know. Everybody can wake up, please. Let's get back to work. Ooh, what is this plant? Let's go explore the map a little bit. Okay, some more debris. What was that asteroid that hit earlier? I think it was just this debris landing. They researched weaponsmithing. Good job. We did it, boys. We researched weaponsmithing. Are we done observing this plant yet? No, we're not. We are getting there, though, and we're observing this small, broad-leafed tree. Very interesting, yes. We'll learn so much about what a tree is. Alright, well, we learned it's called Glitter Cap. It's time to get crafting and going to creating a new items, building a workbench, and get familiar with adding and managing production tasks. You can set multiple tasks on the same device and order them by priority. You can also set production limits and tweak allowed ingredients. When applicable in this tutorial, for example, use a cloth to craft a short bow instead of wasting precious synthetic textiles. Okay. So orders, we want to harvest these mushrooms, please. And we're going to harvest those mushrooms. And then we're going to cut down this tree. Okay, so this just gives me more information about it. Good job. Build a workbench. I'll rotate you around so you're over here as well. So we have the same intro area. Someone get to working on that, please. Do we need to research anything else? Is there anything else we can research right now? No, because it's just a tutorial. Select a workbench and add a healing balm task. Craft healing balm. Requires 10 glitter caps. Set the production until 10. So they'll do it until there are 10 of them. Okay, so this is like your limiting factor. You're limiting how many they're allowed to actually make. Add a short bow task. So we can go craft weapons, a short bow. Forbid the use of specific... Okay, so I just uncheck that. Now he won't waste the good stuff. I'm guessing that's just a more valuable research or resource. Go back to the main info panel and move the short bow task to the top of the production list. Okay, so healing balm. All right, so move the short bow up, where the glitter cap down. Got it. Yay, time for the next tutorial. I get it. Pretty straightforward. Basically just RimWorld with looking at things from what I got out of it. Survivor Maki has gotten sick, but you haven't got the right medicine to treat her, so she's just lying in bed, hoping for treatment that might never come. To top it off, a group of hostile-looking insects have been circling the camp for a while. An attack is surely imminent. Okay. Let's deal with the combat situation first. Check the skills of all survivors to find the best one for the job, and then equip them with a weapon. Okay, so they all have different skills and talents. Let's pause. Select Raka. Go to her skills tab. She has no combat skills at all, but if I check Maki, indifferent. You all really suck it. Okay, here we go. This man right here, Connor, is our combat boy. We can go to inventory, go to weaponry, and equip a spear for you. Now he's gonna go grab that spear. Let's grab it a little quicker, please. There you go. You are prepared for war. Now that Connor is combat ready, it's up to you to lead him into battle. You will do this by taking direct control over him through the draft action, which allows you to tell him where to go and what to attack. Keep in mind that survivors that are not drafted will flee from danger, even if they are equipped with a weapon. Drafted survivors, on the other hand, won't do anything unless you instruct them to. Most common actions are not available while they're also drafted. Okay, so Connor, how do I draft you? How do I draft you, Connor? Here you go. Draft. Order Connor to move and attack the bugs. All right, get over there, Connor. Go stabby stab. I believe in you. You definitely maybe look a little rough on around the edges, like you've been here. Oh, here you go. Get this one first. Oh, you missed, bro. Okay, at least they're one-shottable. So will you just keep attacking whatever's closest? Okay, he will, as long as I've told him to enter combat. Get in there, Connor. Get these bugs. They were encircling us. We had to get them before they got us. It's survival of the fittest. Come on, hit it, Connor. Okay, these guys seem like they're not really hitting him very hard. Look at his health. He has 200. Using 1 per hour from bleeding. Where's the other one? Get it. Get over there. Get the last one. He has superficial bites, which I'm guessing don't really hurt him. But one bit off a toe. With the danger out of the way, it's time to turn your attention to healing the sick and the injured. For the purpose of the tutorial for fighter, Connor has sustained more damage than he would normally have, causing him to lose consciousness from the pain and to faint. He will be rescued by another survivor and brought to the bed for treatment. While Connor is being rescued, let's inspect his wounds and get more information about them. As she has the highest. Then get the sick Maki up from bed to do the actual treatment. Injury, Connor. Look at his health screen. I'm looking at Connor. What do I need to do? Injury, medical emergency notification. Most notifications present additional information when hovered. Treatment doesn't require medicines, just probably rest. requires a bandage. Okay, simple enough. Select Maki and use the wait for treatment. Action. So, I'll allow the survivor to go to the bed and wait for treatment. Okay. Oh, so I turned it off is what I've done. I turned that off so he would now focus on actually healing, even though she should probably be in bed because she's sick. So it gives him something to do. Okay, let's just speed up time. You're going to come grab this guy, bring him back. Don't know what this man over here is doing, just chilling. Inspect the injury medical emergency notification. Yeah, I did that. We already looked at his injury. Now that you have instructed Maki not to wait for treatment, she will get up from bed and take on active activities as usual while she is getting the needed medicines and treating the injured Connor. Let's try to find a way to heal her too. You only have healing balm and bandages, which work for injuries but can't do anything about illnesses. It would take time to research and produce a new medicine, so your hope is to find some first aid kits, which contain everything needed to treat almost any health condition. It's time to do some scavenging. Okay. Mark a landing pod for scavenging. Okay. Let's see. Orders. Where's the landing pod? Here we go. Scavenge that. Oh, shoot. No, scavenge that. Sorry. That's much closer. Go to that one. Get over there, Raka. Rakaha. I don't know how to say his name. I'm just going to be honest. Okay, you got your meds. Go heal up Connor. So he is right now just treating all his bites. Select Maki and use the wait for treatment. Wait for treatment. Wait until Maki is completely healed. If Connor is still recovering, you can select him, hover the cursor over Maki, and give a direct order to heal. So I could select him and give him a direct order to heal her. Yeah, he's already doing that. We did it! Let's look at interesting finds from the scavenging. A couple of laser pistols. The spear you fought with previously is a melee weapon, and the fighter is bound to get some injuries as a result of the close combat. A ranged weapon, on the other hand, allows you to keep survivors at a distance and avoid injuries more easily. Survivors can equip both a melee and a ranged weapon and will switch between the two depending on the distance of their target. Equip a newly found laser pistol and give them a spin against the overgrown insects. Okay. Select Connor. Equip him with a laser pistol. And we're going to select Rakana, I believe is the right name, and give him a laser pistol. And then we're going to select both of you guys with shift and select the aggressive animals notification are over here. Some overgrown insects. I've selected both survivors, draft both survivors, and then now that I have them selected, I can tell them to go fight. Get in there, boys. Oh my goodness, you're so much faster than Connor. Just one-shot it? Man, okay, we need more laser pistols, apparently. Oh my goodness, is that friendly fire I just saw? Good job, boys. We did it. Next tutorial, survivor management. Okay, there is a lot of tutorials here, but I'd rather make sure I know what I'm doing than not know what I'm doing. Well, not really. You've provided the bare minimum of physical survivors, but mental health is equally important. Survivor happiness changes based on the experience, pleasure, and troubles. Monitoring them is a good way to identify the problem. Current happiness of each survivor is visualized in blue background of their portrait. Okay, so these things. You will also see newly acquired pleasures and troubles as floating text in the world, but your go-to place for anything happiness related will be the happiness tab in the info panel of each survivor. Take a look to see what you can be done to improve their condition. Okay, select a survivor. Go to your happiness tab. You want to be happier than that, obviously. Inspect the 8 on foot trouble. Inspect the 8 on foot trouble. Low mood, risk meltdown. 8 on foot, okay. Have you heard of those? Oh, so they want to be able to sit down and eat. Place a large wooden stone table. A large wooden or stone table. Just do wooden. Near a shelter. I mean, that's near a shelter. And then place 3 chairs. Okay. Oh, you want stone chairs, you. Alright, get to work. Build your stuff. You did it. Alright, now you guys will be happy when you sit down and eat. There's a little something called cooking. Well, emergency rations are not exactly appetizing and won't make anyone happier. Okay. One trick is to cook the rations to bring out their flavor, but you can also prepare dishes with local ingredients. Keep in mind that emergency rations in their original state will last for a very long time, and it is a good idea to save them as a last resort meal. Okay, got it. Inspect the emergency rations. Notice how they do not list any happiness effect. Okay, select the campfire. Quick recipes. Use the quick recipes action. Emergency ration. What do you even take? A cooked emergency ration. Got it. Marked the dead overgrown insect near the landing pod for butchering. Oh, okay. Yummy. Normally we'd want to observe them, I'm guessing. Select the campfire, quick recipes, meat soup, and set the soup production to until we have 2. Go back to the main info panel and move the soup task to the tab. Meat soup should be done first, and then it will make cooked rations when there's nothing else available. Got it. Your survivors will eventually want to have some food variety, so they will look for different things to eat, including raw foods. Some of those raw foods could be harmful, so if you want to be on the safe side, you can forbid them from consuming them. Okay, how do we do this? Select a survivor and open the Restrictions tab. Restrictions. Raw food. No, bad. Don't eat raw food. Not good for you. Place a 5x5 glitter cap farm field. Okay. Seems like there's different growth amounts. Not. Oh, it's like slightly different in color, I think. Yeah, these are like red. Okay. 5x5. Right there. Select a survivor. Give them a direct order to plant. Place the cursor over the field and use the right click to open plant in cap field. Okay, so basically you can force them to do something in any order you want. Survivors can do this even without your direct control. Enter the activities menu and you can forbid and allow certain activities, and survivors optimize their workflow. You can also turn off simple priorities and assign a priority number from 1 to the highest to 5, the lowest, to each activity chosen and performed by the survivors from the left to the right. So if there are several with the same priority number, the leftmost will be done first. Got it. So again, literally like every other colony sim I've ever played. Open the activities menu. Forbid the cook activity for the survivor with the lowest cooking. Let's see. Raka has terrible cooking. Bad Raka. Turn off simple priorities. Simple priorities. Simple priorities. Okay. Now I can see the numbers. Set the harvest and plant activities to 1 for the survivor with the highest farming skill. Okay, so that's their number 1. Plant activities to 1 for the survivor with the highest farming skill. Got it. I did that, didn't I? Isn't it? Not Maki. Did we not do it right? Oh, I know what I did wrong. I did only harvest, not plant. There we go. Also, survivor's experience. You can monitor that in the main tab of the info panels and get hints about it from their troubles. Survivors will relax in their free time by taking a walk or simply sitting for a while. Eventually, however, these simple relaxations won't be satisfying enough and you'll have to provide more variety. The survivors have already observed a particularly purple plant which may give you the needed material for a fun device known as a punching pole. Okay. Right click, harvest, right click, harvest, right click, harvest, right click, harvest. Speed it up so Maki gets his butt over there and gets to work. Good job, buddy. Good job. You're doing some harvesting. Select a workbench and the veggie and a veggie leather for production. Veggie leather. Craft at least 20 veggie leather. Till we have 20. 2 times 2. This means that the crafting action will be performed 2 times and produce a total of 20. Okay. Raka over here is just like, I don't want to do nothing. Don't worry, Raka. We'll take care of it. Yay, we got 10 veggie leather. Great job, y'all. Just amazing. Did we not make it yet? I'm confused. Oh my goodness, and they have to sleep. So far, I will say this game seems pretty slow-paced. I mean, I am in the tutorial, but like it seems kind of silly slow. Like, first time I've ever played a survival game slow, and so far all the colony sim elements are pretty straightforward. I will say I like how they kind of path out an area as they walk over it enough times, which is kind of a cool thing. But outside of that, I'm not really seeing anything too impressive yet. I mean, it's a cool concept being on an alien planet, but I mean, that's literally just RimWorld with better graphics. So, did we not make the veggie leather we needed? Not enough resources. In stock, 10. Okay, so you need 10 skin. I thought we got enough skin part. What is going on? Why did we not get enough skin bark? There's literally skin bark in here, wasn't there? Where did it go? Okay, well, let's go harvest some more plants. Solve the problem that way. Here, somebody else can go butcher that. Not that it matters. Okay, there we go. Now we can make our veggie leather and please our people to make them happy. Like I said, so far everything seems pretty standard, but we'll have to get further into the game and really get an idea as to what has actually going on and what is going to be good with this game, what makes it different. Okay, we're crafting more veggie leather. Are you like failing it? Is that what happening? Is he like failing the production? Okay, so he's producing it. He's got the 10 leather in there. Does he actually poop it out when he wins? Okay, so he seems to have made it that time. Maybe what they meant to say is you need 20. I'm not sure. Build a punching pole. Let's do that. A punching pole used for relaxation. Ah, yes, the notorious punching pole for relaxation. Let's go ahead and build that. Job, we made a punching pole. Having the means to relax doesn't always mean that the survivors will have time to do so, depending on the activities and orders you have set for them. They may only have time to grab a bite and go to sleep. This is where the schedule menu comes into play. There can be any amount of customization in the daily timetable, basically the same thing we see in every other survival game. So let's go ahead and pop this open, go to schedule, select relax option, and mark 2 hours of your choice for each survivor. You're going to relax here and here, and you're going to relax for this way. We always have somebody on duty. Stagger it a bit. Good job. We learned. Next tutorial. I would love for the game to show me what's going to make it unique. The more you expand your base and progress through the game, the more local fauna will take an interest in you. Animal attacks will intensify in numbers and bring new foes and challenges to overcome. This is the time to fortify your base and take control over the flow of the battle by guiding your enemies into the routes and traps you've prepared for them. This tutorial will give you an example of base defense, but don't be shy to experiment with your own layouts. Again, so very RimWorldy. Place the last stretch of 5 stone. Fences. Place that there. Good job. Place a fence gate. Position the gate so that the doors. Place a fence gate on the stone. That's like where? Like there? Or pointing outwards? Okay. You can increase the game speed to pass the time faster using the HUD key in the upper left corner. Okay, yeah, I already did that. We've been doing that the whole time. And it still feels pretty slow. Let's get that built. Good job, we did it. Amazing work. You've completely fenced off your camp, and any attackers will head towards the only opening left, the gates. You can order survivors to close and open them in order to influence the path that the attackers will take, but keep in mind, if there are no entrances available, the animals will target and attack walls and gates and try to make their way in. Here comes your next best friend, the trap. Traps which will hold in place any foe that walks over it, at least for a time. One of the gates leading to your base is already protected by traps. Do the same for the others. Additionally, you can place fence doors, which survivors will open and close when passing through. That way, they can move in and out of the base even if the big gates are closed. Okay. So traps. Where does it want these? Place the traps near the fence gate. So not right on it. So what if I put them like right here? Will these guys get hurt? Too far from the required object. Okay, so maybe like right here. Place the last one fence door made of stone. At least one fence door on the stone fence. Okay, I don't know why it cares so much that I build it over here. Okay, so this does not look like it triggers on my characters, but will only trigger on the enemy. That's really good to know. See, now this is something useful I've learned so far that isn't a traditional colony sim thing. You have probably noticed that part of the fence is taller. This is a fortification, which is a lot stronger than a simple low fence, but the survivors won't be able to shoot over it. To rectify that, you can place towers at which survivors can climb over and shoot from taller. Okay, select a wooden fortification, and do the same for a stone fence. Build a wooden tower along the wooden notification. So like right here maybe? Sure. Build a wooden... okay, so they just picked up this, destroyed the stone fence to build this. Didn't seem like I got resources back. That's also good to know. This last piece of defense you'll get acquainted with at this time is the flamethrower. It is an automated contraption which uses liquid fuel to shoot a cone of fire. It works great with combination with traps which immobilize your attackers, like those little bear traps I placed. And let's see. Take a look at how the existing flamethrower is placed near the wooden gate and build another one near the fence gate. Keep in mind that the flame could harm survivors as well, so this one can harm survivors, so keep them out of this way during combat. Normally the flamethrowers won't get triggered by survivors, so they'll be safe for the rest of the time. Okay. Build a flamethrower. Let's just rotate that. Maybe to like right there almost? Yeah, I think right there looks... oh, obstructed access. Well, that's a bummer. It's too close. Okay. Well, whatever. This one's already got it set up ideally. But I didn't know that, so now I know. Come on, build your flamethrower. Guessing they're gonna need a constant source, so it's got 10 fuel in it right now. That's good to know as well. I'm really interested to see what they do with the combat in this game in the long haul. It's time to test your defense. Follow the next steps and fight off the incoming Skabari attack. Okay, the little beetles. Move and reposition your survivors as needed, of course, in the battle and try to keep them safe from harm. Okay, let's close the big wooden gates. Okay. Select the aggressive animals notification. Okay, so they shouldn't go through there, they should go the other way. Want you through you to be drafted, and you to be drafted. Everybody come inside. You are going to climb up into there. I mean, there's only 10 of them. We could just run over there and kill them, but I kind of want to see what the traps do. Are they gonna attack? Animal attack 10. Okay, so now they're coming in. They're like, all right, we've hesitated long enough. The great beetle war of 10 small little puny beetles has begun. Oh, it died. Oh, it died. Oh, it died. Wow, this is such a big war. Oh my gosh. It's like Starship Troopers all over again. You are ready for a tougher challenge. The Shriekers, these insects have a ranged attack, so you won't be able to deploy the same strategy with them, at least not unless you're willing to risk some serious injuries. To deal with this new menace, keep your survivors away from the low fences and force the insects to enter your base and get trapped. Then, rain fire on them to finish them off. If you don't feel like waiting for them to get trapped, you can also deploy a hit-and-run strategy by moving your survivors back and forth, attacking at them, and then running to a safe distance before they get the chance to launch a counterattack. Okie dokie. So you guys just move away from there. Where are these guys at? They're over here. Okay. Come on. Well, let's go. Come on, little weird buggers. Come on, Shriekers. Oh, close the fence gate. Open that gate. Undraft you. Okay, so I think they're saying, like, hide behind these walls, almost. Let's just move you a little further. I think we can actually outrange him. Oh, well, we beat it. Okay, cool. That was so exhilarating. What else is left? Rooms. Life in the camp is not easy, and nor is it comfortable, but in this slow process which requires a lot of resources, luckily you have everything you need in this tutorial, and construction times have been drastically reduced. There are survival things to consider when building rooms, the most important of which are insulation and size. Build it too big or too small, or too flimsy, and regulating the temperature inside will be tricky. This tutorial will give you some useful examples and pointers. You'll start by building a room and moving some furniture inside it. You can also deconstruct the things that you don't need anymore. Place a 5x5 wood log room. Wood log. 5x5 wood log room over the log floor. Okay, that's over here. Let's do that. Place a door. Place a wooden window. I can place a door wherever I want. Put a door right there and a wooden window. But you know, you just sometimes need to be able to see outside. I'm guessing this would take much longer otherwise. Select a metal bed. Move it inside. Okay, so here, so I don't have to delete things. That's good to know. Let's move it inside. Select it and use the copy action. You place 2 more beds like it. Copy. And deconstruct these sleeping spots so nobody will use them. Good job, guys. You're doing great work right now. Temperature, survivors will be happier to have their own private rooms, but for now, this is a shared bedroom, which will be enough. Let's see how well it will fare during a cold snap. Make a point to check out the temperature outside and inside the room. You can see the readings in the upper left corner of the screen. Move the cursor in and out of the room to see how the temperature changes. Of course, a room with open windows won't be that much better than outside, so you'll have to close them and provide a source of heat. You should also check the temperature tolerance of your survivors. These are listed in the main tab in their info panels, as well as equipment tab. Grass season appropriate clothes and change the heat and cold tolerances of survivors. The bad weather persists for longer interfaces. Okay, so let's click here. Let's close that. Close the window. Here, go to their inventory. So cold tolerance above -2. It is 0 degrees in there and -11 outside. Build a heating stove, which is located in the light heat menu. Okay, I'm gonna place that right there. Guessing they're all pretty similar tolerances above, so he needs 2 degrees. 0 is not enough for that man. This man's gonna be like -7. He likes it outside. Okay, now the room is better insulated and heated, but closed windows mean no light, and your survivors are not big fans of that, as you can see in their happiness tab. Considering that they'll use the bedroom mostly to sleep, you could leave it as is, but as they're currently huddled inside for warmth, let's give them some light as well. You can always extinguish the lights later or forbid refueling them if you want to save fuel. Build a wall torch right here. The construction is complete. Forbid refueling through the refuel action. Got it. So it does matter where you play it. Forbid refueling. Cold is not all bad. It actually helps you keep your most vulnerable resources raw and cooked for foods. And cooked foods from spoiling by extending their shelf life. During cold months, you can store your resources outside or open the windows of your storage room in order to refrigerate or even freeze the resources. Okie dokie. So basically, cold makes things last longer. Roll over an edible resource stack. I don't see any edible. Oh, here we go. Your last big task is to build a common room for all to move in and all remaining furniture inside, so that your survivors can work and relax indoors. It is a good opportunity to try building the floors, walls, and roof separately with different materials. You never know what the environment will offer you, so this method will let you plan and use your resources better. Building the new room adjacent to the existing bedroom will save resources, allow faster access between the rooms, and facilitate temperature control. You can distribute pieces of the room and move furniture as you go along if something is getting in the way. Finally, you will construct a new storage and move some resources closer to the rooms for faster access. Okay. You can allow and forbid storing of individual resources and/or groups in each storage in order to manage the flow of resources better. Try to keep storage and production devices close. This will shorten delivery times. Encircle the soil floor with stone walls. Okay. There we go. Place a hay roof. Wonder how I see the hay roof. Place a doorway connecting to the bedroom. Deactivate the room's overlay. Do it in the rear. Okay, up here. Oh, there you go. And that's how you can see roofs. This is going to be a long game. I'm feeling it's going to be pretty slow paced. Whoa, what are you? Are you just... Okay, he's training his blaster skills. Does this blaster have ammo? Okay, it clearly does. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. We're in an extreme cold snap. Activate the room's overlay. Move the research desk inside the new room. Just gonna rotate that. Move the workbench inside the new room. Move the tailoring bench inside the new room. Cook stove. Oh my gosh, just move everything. Put it all in the room. Where's that button? Move the large table and chairs. Okay. There you go. Everything should be going inside now. Such an amazing colony we have here. Not gonna lie, so far everything seems pretty standard for Colony Sim. Nothing's really impressive to me at this point in time. But we'll have to just see. I mean, it's like I said, it's a really cool thematically, but outside of that, it seems pretty standard for a Colony Sim. Like, I don't feel like I'm seeing anything that is like blowing my mind or like, wow, that's a cool mechanic or anything like that. So we'll have to see what happens. There we go. Heard a bird or something. Construct some storage shelves, at least 3 tiles close to the room. No, why don't we build them in the room, guys? Just think about the possibilities. Wanting me to build it like does that count? Okay. Select the shells and open the restrictions tab. Restrictions. Deselect all groups except raw food. And over here we're going to do the same thing. Oh, raw food and cooked meals. Cooked meals, okay. There we go. There's another tutorial. Oh my gosh. Oh, how many tutorials are there in this game? My goodness. Okay, electricity. It takes time to take things to the next level and learn how to set up electrical grids. Electricity will improve the life of your survivors. Blah, 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 blah. Source of light and heat, precise temperature control. Let's start by building a freezer to keep your resources fresh regardless of the season and outside temperatures. You will power it with electricity from a solar panel and connect with 2 of them with the help of a power pole. Place a freezer inside the big room. You got it, boss. Alright, right there looks like where you want it. 1 freezer. Pretty big freezer. Place a solar panel in proximity to the room, so not too far, but not too close. Okay, so is this like the range that it powers? I'm guessing that's the case. Okay, we'll just place it there. Place a power pole. You should see a yellow cable on the ground, which serves as a connection. Okay. I see it. I see it. Does this mean it's going to power everything in there? Complete all constructions. Make sure that everything is connected properly and the freezer is working. Okay, so we built that. Unpowered device freezer. Assuming 12. So it is working. Okay, so it just has to be within range of this. Alright, restrictions. Edit the storage, forbid raw food and cooked meals so they get moved into the freezer. Storage shells over here, got it. That way it'll prioritize moving them over there. Allow fabrics and other electronic components and crafting materials so they get moved from the stockpiles closer to the room. Wait. Raws, cloth, and leather. Electronics, components, and crafting materials. Okay. Batteries or clean energy is always good, but producers such as the solar panel and wind turbine rely on weather, blah, blah, blah. Need a battery. You can deal with that by storing any excess in batteries. You're able to tell a battery's charge at a glance from the light indicators on the top of it. Okay. Simple enough. Oh, wait, what am I building? A wind turbine. Okay, we're going to build that first. We're going to build a battery. I don't know, somewhere. Right here, sure. Sure, they're both operational. Working on it, boys. We're trying to build it. Just everything's slow. Okay. What's next? Sometimes it's stored electricity to cover downtown. Producers, got it. There you will build a diesel generator, which uses liquid fuel while producing electricity. As you may want to use this resource sparingly, it will be beneficial to turn the generator on only when the stored electricity is below a certain threshold. You can do this by setting up a low battery sensor. Place a diesel generator. Okie dokie, you're going right there, Mr. Diesel Generator. Place a battery sensor. Select the diesel generator and set its control circuit to 2. Okay. Select the battery sensor and set its circuit to 2. Set the threshold charge level to 60%. So with this setting, the diesel generator will be turned on anytime you're below 60% power. With a steady power grid ensured, you can safely start building more consumers. Try the air conditioning, as it will allow you to select and maintain a chosen temperature. Take note that if there is a big temperature difference between the outside one and the one in the selected AC, it may not be able to make up for it, especially if it's placed on a bigger room. In such cases, you can build more than one AC unit. Get them to work together. Build an air conditioner on a room's wall. There, when constructed, select the AC and set the target temperature to 18. degrees. Straightforward. Speaking of which, let's try a motion sensor out. It will detect hostile movement in a wider circular range and activate a connected device and defenses. That's pretty cool. In the next step, you will connect a motion sensor and an automated turret to prevent from using electricity when there are no enemies in sight. Sounds pretty cool. Place a machine gun. Automated turrets. Machine gun. Where do you want it? A motion sensor near the base. Machine gun near the base's entrance. Place a motion sensor. Put it like over there. Properly. Come on, get to work. They gave us 1 billion resources for a reason. Alright, set it circuit control 3. Okie dokie, the circuit control 3. Active. Active. Oh, it's not done yet. There we go, now it's done. Observe how the turret will turn on when the motion sensor detects a hostile animal. Kill the 10 Scabadi. There's the scarabs, the bugs. Bugs. Oh, it turned on. Look, it's on. It's ready to fire. Wow, that did some damage. You now know how to create an electric grid and circuits to create automated systems. Did we do it? We finally finished the tutorial and it only took us like at least half an hour. Either way, the game seems interesting. I can't really give my true thoughts on it at this point in time, but it looks like it's going to be fun. It looks like your traditional colony sim with some cool alien elements to it and a few little features. I'll have to actually delve into the game a little bit more before I think I can give it a proper review, so I don't want to say if it's good or bad just yet. But either way, if you want to see that review where we do talk about the game more in detail and our experiences with it and show you guys some more endgame and mid-game content, you guys should check out our Should You Buy, which we'll be making on this game in the near future. So either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I think this is a good point to cut the video. Do want to give a quick shout out to all our Platinum and above members, which include Caustic FPV, Jonathan S, and Jim Phillips. Otherwise, if you guys want to check out the channel membership, or you just want to help support our channel, you can do so by just clicking the subscribe button down below or clicking the join button to check out the membership. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to let me know if you guys are enjoying these videos. I'm Game Advisor, and I'll see you next time.